Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss fifth unit. Our fifth unit title is file manipulation. In this unit we are going to discuss about what is file, how do we use a file concept. So these things we are going to discuss. So here the definition of file. File is a collection of data stored in a common name, that is called our file. So here I have given so many definitions. A collection of data or information that has name, that is called file name. Then third definition is a file is a collection of data that are stored on secondary memory like a hard disk of computer. The next thing is why do we use a file concept in C programming? As of now you have learned so many concepts like variables, operators, control statements, arrays, structures, unions. You have learned so many concepts. Why do we need a file concept in C programming? I will tell you the reason. You can during the program execution, so you can give your input and you can see your output. So if you want to the same output, if you want in future, we are unable to get back. So if you want in future also, so it is not possible in C programming. So that they have introduced the new concept file handling. So with the help of the file, so whatever we are getting the output, we can store it in the file. So whenever we want in future, we can get back. So that is the advantage of file concepts in C programming. In files, we have two types of files are available. One is a text file, another one is binary file. The text file, it contains the digits, alphabets, symbol, everything it maintains in the ASCII code. Another one is a binary file. So the binary file, it contains the data, zeros and ones. So the text file extension is .txt file. Binary file, the file extension is .dat file, data file. The next one is we are going to look at file operation in C. So here we have four operations are available in C programming. The first one is create or open a file. Second one is read a data from a file. Third one is write a data from into a file. Fourth one is close a file. So why do we use create or open a file? So as of now we don't have any input file. So with the help of fopen is a function, so it will create. So the file input file is already exist, simply it will open the file. Then second one is if you want to read any text information from the file, with the help of read function we can get. If you want to write anything, any text or content into the file, so we can use write functions. Then once the read or write operation is done, so we have to use the close functions. So in C file concept, we have four functions. So now we are going to look at the first function, create or open a file. So create or open a file. So for that we can use fopen. Fopen is a function which is used to create or open a file. So for that we need to create one file pointer. So this is a file pointer. So it is similar to the pointer variable. It is also file pointer, pointer variable. The data type is a file. The file, all the letters should be a uppercase, not lowercase. All the letters should be a uppercase. All the letters should be a once the variable is created, then fp is a file pointer equal to fopen is a function. So as of now I didn't create any input file. So for that purpose, if the file is does not exist, so it will create. If the file is already exist, just simply it will open. So the fopen function, it consists of two parameters. One is input file, another one is file mode. So whether are you going to read a data or write a data in a function. So that one we have to specify. So this is about create or open a file. So here this is our program, uh, header file and main function. So now I am going to create one file pointer, that is fp. So data type is file, it should be capital letter, pointer variable fp. So this is a variable creation. Then after that I am going to open the function fp equal to fopen. Actually the test.csv file is available in the C folder, in my desktop C folder. All of you look at here. So this is C folder. Inside I created one sample project. So here my test.c program is available. All of you look at here, in this folder we don't have any input file, that .txt file. Now I am going to create one .txt file. So the fopen function, it contains two parameters. One is input text file, input.txt, that is my text file. Another one, what we are going to do, now I am going to create one file. So the mode is write. So simply I execute. Now it will create one file. That file name is input.txt. see here, input.txt, no content. So all of you look at here. So now we look at file modes in C programming. So here we have 6 modes. So among 6, frequently we use only 3 modes. So if you want to write anything, in the file, so we can prefer write mode. If you want to read any content in the file, so then we prefer read mode. So append means if you want to add any content in the existing file, so there we prefer append mode. So these are all the file modes in C programming. The next one is if you want to read any data from the file, so we can prefer the following methods: getC, getW, fscanf, fgets, fread. The following methods we can use to read the data from the file. The next one is if you want to write any content or text into the file, so we can prefer the following methods: putc, putw, fprintf, fputs and fwrite. So we can use the following methods. Methods are used to write a content in the file. Then here I have represented one diagram, so which is very important. So all of you look at here. So here already we know these two things. Program or computer, this is a user. So if our program or computer, it wants to read any input from the user, with the help of scanf we can get. So if our program or computer want to display any value to the user, we can use printf. Similarly, in our file concept, we have introduced another one more thing, that is a file. So user are there, computer or program are there. So another new component is a file. So if you want to from program to file, if you want to write anything, so we can use the following methods: putc, putw, fprintf, fputs, fwrite. Similarly, if our program or computer wants to read anything from the file, so we can use getC, getW, the previous thing. getC, getW, fscanf, fgets, fread. Just all of you look at this diagram. So here 3 components are there. So previous programs we have used these 2 things only. If our program or computer wants to read anything from the user, so we have used scanf. If our program or computer wants to display anything to the user, we have used printf. So here we have included a third component, that is a file. So our program or computer wants to write anything in the file, so we can use the following methods: putc, putw, fprintf, fputs, fwrite. Similarly, our program wants to read any content from the file, so there we can use getC, that read functions we can use. This is very important, all of you note down. The next one we are going to discuss about getC function and putc function. getC function is used to read the character character or number in the specified file. So getC function, it will support both character and number from the file. So this is a small program. So all of you look at here. So I have created one folder, that is C. Inside that folder I created one project. That project name is sample. Inside I have maintained one file, .c file, that is test.c. Another one more input file I created. That file name is input.txt. So here I have opened the input file. Inside the input file, our text is welcome to CSC. So these things, so it is in the our text file. So now we are going to our program read the content from the file and display to the user. See here, this is our output window, console window. So for that we are going to write a program. So first we create one file pointer. Data type is a file. So after that we are open that file. So the file is already created, input.txt. Inside the input.txt the content is available, welcome to CSC. So now we are going to read the content. So we have to use read mode. So after that, so all of you look at here. So here I am going to use while loop. So it will execute infinite number of time. So now we have to use the getC function. getC function is used to read one character at a time from the file. So getC of file pointer. So usually the file pointer, it will focus on the first position. So the first position is what character it holds, W. Welcome to CSC. The first position is the file pointer will focus the W. So that will be assigned to the variable ch. So the ch, so W is a character. So each character at a time it will fetch the, each iteration it will fetch the one character. So here I have declared character ch equal to getC of fp. Then after that, once fetch the value, so after that this file pointer is end of the file or not. So actually it is a first position. So we have followed by so many characters are available. So actually the end of the file is here. Here only there is no value. So the here I am going to check if the file is end of the file or not. So it is not end of the file. If the file is end of the file, no need to continue the looping operations. So here it is not end of the file. So it condition is comes to the else portion. The else portion, what it does, so we have usually the from the computer or program to user, if you want to display anything, we can use a printf statement. So here W is a character. So percentage ch means in our output screen it will display W. The next iteration, the file pointer is moves to from the second position. So input second position, W it will be fetched. Then we are going to check the file is end of the file or not. So it is not end of the file. So again it will control is comes to the else portion. Then it will be print W. Then it goes to the next iteration. Likewise it will execute. So when it reaches here, so this is a null character. The file is end of the file. Yes. Then break the break the operation. So it will terminate from the looping operation. So this is a simple program is used to read the character and display to the user. The same thing I am going to give the small demo. So all of you look at. So here we have created input.txt already. Now I am going to add content welcome to CSC. Welcome to CSC full stop. So now Control S. Now I am going to do the code. So now we are going to read the text. So here I am going to use while. So here ch equal to getC of fp. This is a file pointer. So we have to declare the variable ch, character data type ch. Then after that, so we are going to check this fp is end of the file or not. If end of the file end of the file of fp. So if it is end of the file, terminate from the looping. Otherwise we have to display whatever it is there in the ch variable. Else printf %c ch. So this is our program. Now I will compile the program, execute the program. Welcome to CSC. Just all of you look at the program. So I will explain you one more time. If you understand this concept, you can do any kind of program in file concepts. So now I created one file. That data type is file. So here the file pointer equal to fopen. So fopen function is used to, the file is input file is already created, means simply it will open. If file is not created, means or file is does not exist, it will create new file. Then after that, here I am using infinite number while loop, so it will execute infinite number of time. So here right now we are going to use getC function. getC function we can prefer for reading the character or numbers. It will support both the things. getC of fp means the fp usually the file pointer is focused on the first position in the input file. So that value it will be stored inside the variable ch to hold c. Initially our content is welcome to CSC. ch holds the w. Then after that we are going to check the condition if file is end of the file. The first iteration the file it is not the end of the file, so it goes to the else condition. So here it will display the w. The next iteration the file the getC it holds the ch equal to e. The file pointer is not the end of the file, then it will display the e. So likewise it keep on increase. When it reaches the null value, that time it will be terminated from the looping. The next one is a putC function. putC function is used to write the character or text in the file. So here putC syntax is putC. So putC followed by variable and a file pointer. So all of you look at here. So here I created, either we can create one file pointer or two file pointer. Then after that, so now we have the putC is a function is used to write a content in the text file. So for that now we are going to write. So we have to use write mode. Here the input is input.txt. For loop I am going to use 1 to 10. So it will write 1 to 10. It will be write in our input.txt file. So after that we can use the previous code. So we can display to the user. So here I'm using one file pointer fp. So fp equal to fopen input.read. So now we are going to write with the help of putC. So here into I am going to use the for loop. I equal to 1, I less than equal to 10, I plus plus. So here putC is a function which has two parameters. One is a variable I comma, another one is a file pointer. So now with the help of this putC function I have write all the values from 1 to 10. Then after that these values we can get it from the file and display to the user. So here the file operation is done. Fclose of fp. So up to this one is for writing the content in the text file. So after that we have to read the content from the text file. For that fp equal to again fp equal to fopen input.txt within the double quote. Now we are going to read operation and with the semicolon. then we can follow the same thing. So here we can use infinite number of the while loop, it will be execute infinite number of times. Then getC function we can use to get each and every character that will be assigned in the variable ch. Then we are going to check file is end of the file, and end of the file means it will terminate from the looping, otherwise we can display to the user. So now I am going to check. So actually I have, so now we go and check in our input file, input.txt. Okay, no problem. So actually it is a integer value 1 to 10. %d 1 to 10 it will be displayed. So actually I have stored, I have write integer data. So if you want to fetch the integer data, so here we have to declare integer variable. Then similarly the %d we have to use here. The next one is getW and putW. GetW and putW. GetW is used to read only numbers or integer from the file. getC and putC deals both character and numbers. getW and putW it deals with only numbers. getW is used to read the data from the file. putW is used to write the number in the file. So here I created two file pointers, into ch, into a equal to 10, b equal to 20, fp equal to fopen of. So here .c file is not required, we can use .txt file. .txt file we can use. So now we are going to write these two integers. With the help of putW function we can write these two functions. Then after that with the help of getW we can read the text and we can read the integer values from the file. Then after that we can display to the user. So actually don't get confusion. So we can use this example. So actually getC and putC function, getC and putC function, it will support both integer and character. So here I have used integer. So instead of putC and getC, if you use getW and putW, your program will work. So both the cases we can use the same program. getW, putW. So both the cases it will work, because I have used both the cases I have used integer input only. The next one is fscanf and fprintf. Fscanf is a function used to read the values from the file. Fscanf is a function is used to read the value from the file. The syntax is fscanf, file pointer, format specifier, address of that variable. It is similar to scanf. So here the difference is, in front of that scanf we have to include f. Then here we have to include a file pointer. That is the key differences. Similarly, fprintf is used to write the character or number into the file. So here the key difference is printf, here file pointer. The remaining all the things are same to the printf statement. So this is a small example for fscanf and fprintf. So here I created one file pointer. Here I have used two variables. One is roll number, another one is name. So now I am going to store the roll number and name. So for that we need to use write mode. Our input.txt file is initially empty. So with the help of fprintf statement, I am going to store the data. Roll number is 1, name is Akash. Then once the write operation is done, I close this file concept, file operation. Then after that with so already we have recently we have stored roll number is 1, name is Akash. That data only available in our program, in our input file. Then after that the same content we have to display into the user. So how do we read the data from the file? With the help of fscanf. So here f equal to f open. So here input.txt mode is read mode. So we have to specify R. So fscanf file pointer roll number ampersand symbol. So here name is string character array. So no need to specify ampersand symbol. Then f close. Then after that our program it fetch the data from the file. So as of now the data are available in the program. So how to display from the program to user with the help of printf statement. The student detail is roll number is roll number. So this roll number. Then name is this name. The values are available in this variable. If you display we will get the same thing. Let us see the demo. Into roll number, character array name of 20. So now I am going to create one file pointer. After that I am using fprintf test the file pointer within the double quote %d percentage %s and the double quote. The first parameter is roll number 1, then second one is name Akash, and with a semicolon. Now after that the write operation is done. F close fp. Just we compile and execute our program. Now we go and check our input. Yeah, here %yes. Now we go and check our input. So 1 and roll number is 1, name is Akash. Then after that whatever the content is available in the file, with the help of fscanf we fetch the content, then with the help of printf statement display to the user. Then again we are going to use f open function. So now read mode. So here fscanf fp %d ampersand roll number. Something we can copy %yes. So here ampersand is not required. Name f close fp. Now we have to display the value to the user. Printf the details are the student details are printf roll number colon %d comma roll number. Printf name %yes comma name and with the semicolon. So here we can use /n. Here also we can use /n. The student details are roll number 1, name Akash. This is our output. The next one is fgets and fputs. It is also very simple. Fgets is a function which is used to get the or read the line of strings from the file. Then similarly, fputs is a function which is used to write the line of strings. Previously we have handled or deals with single character or number. Now line of strings or line of strings. The syntax is fgets. Inside it has two parameters. One is a variable size and a file pointer. Fputs only two variables, and the two parameters. One is a variable, another one is a file pointer. Let's see the example. So now I created one file pointer. The data type is file. So all the characters are uppercase. Now I am creating one variable character string of 20 fopen int .txt. So this is our input file. In that input file, so we have the content 1 occurs. So now we are going to read the content. So here I have used read mode. So fgets is used to read that line of information from the file. So here this is our variable, the size is 20, this is our file pointer. So if suppose in our input file the first line it has 50 characters, but if you have specified 20 means in your first line 20 character only it will display. So that is the file size. So we have to specify, so based on that only it will display. Then fclose. Then right now that the value is holds in string variable. How do we display to the user? With the help of printf statement. Let's see our example. Our input file input.txt, it has the value 1, roll number 1, value occurs. The first line 1 occurs. Then here so now we are going to read. So here I am creating one variable str, character str, fgets. So our function name is fgets. So variable name is str, size is 20, then file pointer. So this statement what it does, so whatever it is there in the input.txt first line, it will fetch first 20 character that will be assigned into the variables str. Then those things how will be displayed into the user with the help of printf statement. So here fclose of fp, printf %s, it is a character array, %s, comma str. So on occurs. Then similarly, if you want to write anything in the file, so write mode, fputs, within the double quote, hi CSC students, comma. So here we can specify the mode, the file pointer. So here we can close the file function. Okay. So here we can create another one. Yeah, this is for I created a file pointer. Now with the help of fputs, the line of string I have write in the file input.txt. Then after that the same content whatever it is there, the first line we have to get and display to the user. Hi CSC students. Now you go and see that. So 1 and occurs, it will be changed. The input is hi CSC students. Then if you use a binary file, there. Then we can use fread and fwrite. If you use ASCII file or TXT file, the fread and fwrite is not required. That is the concept of fread and fwrite. Then fclose. So whenever you perform any file operations, the end of the file operation you have to use close function. This fclose function is used to that close the particular file. So this syntax is fclose file pointer. Now we are going to do one example exercise program. So write a program to read the numbers in the input file and display only the odd numbers. All of you look at here. So this is our input file which contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our objective is to display only odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 1. So I created then with the help of read mode. So I have to read one by one. The previous concept we can use. So instead of getC function, we can use that method is not working actually. So instead of that, if you want to read anything from the file, so we can use getC, getW, fscanf, fgets. So many things we can use. It deals with numbers, so better we prefer the fscanf. So fscanf, with the help of fscanf, each and every iteration it will fetch one value. Then we can check odd number or even number logic. So the what is the logic? The number modulus 2 not equal to 0 means that is a odd number. The same concept we can use and we will display the result. So let us do the demo. And now I change the input values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my input file. Fp equal to fopen of input.txt. Then another one is read mode. Now I am going to read. So after that, so this is now I am dealing integer value. So I need one variable. That variable name is integer data type. Then I am going to create infinite number of loop using while loop. So here, if file is end of the file or not. If the file is end of the file, break the loop, terminate the loop. Otherwise, we have to write a logic inside the else portion. So here I am going to use fscanf. Previously I have used getC function. Now I can use fscanf function. Fscanf function, it consists of 3 parameters fp, then format specifier %d, then variable is ch. Then once we get each and every iteration, once it ch variable it holds the value, then if we apply the we can apply the odd number or even number logic. Ch modulus 2 not equal to 0 means, so we can display that value. Print of %d /n ch. This is the logic. I will compile my program and execute the program. I am not as of now I am not getting any value. I am getting error. I will check it. So I created the file. Just to look at the code. So I love one. Yeah. So this is a scanf. So we have to use ampersand symbol. It is integer data type. It is a mistake. So the output is 1, 3, 5. So we can display the odd numbers. Just to look at the program. So here the ampersand symbol should be mandatory. Otherwise it will not fetch the value from the file. So up to till I will complete this session. Next session we are looking into the sequential access and the random access, these concepts. Thank you for watching.